Connecting with our group intention, making it to make it feel good to give and good to receive, breathing into that. And make our way to an arm. Arm traction series. We'll take a seat on the table. And we're going to bring an inverted foot into the upper bicep. Nice inverted foot into the upper bicep. Grabbing around the wrists. Nice deep breath in. On the exhale, bring the arm into your foot. Lean back. Nice hold, long, deep, sustained press or stretch. Nice fascial stretch here. Clients, notice where you feel it. Wrist, elbow, shoulder, neck. If your partner had wrist pain, you would hold at the forearm instead.
Okay.
Either way, we'll grip you did it nice.
Let's do one more inhale, one more exhale. And gently release. Bringing the arm out like a wing. Palm up towards the sky. Lower leg comes up onto the table and onto the lower ribs. You're going to press the lower ribs away from you. Keep the, kind of like the foot flexed, so you're getting a full, even press with the whole foot, not just the ball of the foot or just the heel. A nice even press throughout the foot. Palm up, begin to traction the arm out, and on the exhale, bring it down. Give yourself a little loving kindness in those adductors. Nice. Releasing. Supporting both elbow and wrist. Bring the arm up overhead, follow where the body goes. You can bring it to the corner of the table, right next to the ear, across to the opposite corner, or just hold in one spot that feels really good for you and your partner. Nice. Shoulder flask series. This is where we want to maintain nice alignment between elbow and shoulder the entire time. So stacking shoulder, elbow as you bring the arm 90-degree angle across the chest. Press the elbow down into the shoulder joint. Supporting under the wrist, on the exhale, begin to bring the wrist towards you, towards the navel, until your partner says to stop. Did you say yes right there? No. Oh, you go. Once you find that one spot, we're going to hold it there. We're going to go the other way, towards the belly button. Just kidding. Take an extra breath into the shoulder. Breathe into your shoulder, into your own, into the sensation. And then let it go. Does everyone feel comfortable with that? Good? Let's bring it 90-degree angle alongside of the head. Still elbow and shoulder stacked. Press the elbow down into that shoulder joint. Support under the wrist. This time on the exhale, you're bringing the hand away from the head until your partner says to stop. There. One more breath. Breathe into your shoulder.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah.
And release. Alright. Scarecrow, like a scarecrow on the table. Again, 90-degree angle, shoulder and elbow are aligned. This time we're bringing the elbow up to the sky and dropping the palm towards the floor until your partner says to stop. Internal rotation. Okay. Yeah, so just nose your back. So
I
we're
just
gonna
noticed
do-
it, that's why I looked
yeah.
at you. I noticed it.
Wait a minute. So maybe try a wider stance. There you go.
Uh-oh, she got me.
One more breath into the shoulder. And then release. Keep the arm right where it is, but bring the palm up. So just going up. And again, we're bringing the elbow up and the palm back. Oftentimes there's a lot of flexibility here, so it's this will cut. If you bring your hand, bring your thigh right up in line with their bicep, what bone is that? Humerus. Oh my goodness.
Temporal.
I know, it's all I can think of.
Baby femur.
In line with the humerus, you'll cut your effort in half so that when you press the hand towards the table or towards the floor, the elbow up towards the sky, you don't have to work as hard. And you can keep a nice alignment in your spine. Oh, good. Yes. And we're experiencing a little adjustment in the shoulder, which is normal. So don't be surprised or shocked if that happens. Don't ask them, oh, are you okay?
It pops somewhere.
Yeah, little adjustments. And release. I think we drop down to a knee. Oh, we do. All right, we'll drop down to a knee. We'll come back to Cobra Hand. Thank you. We're going to rest the elbow inside your elbow crease or bicep. We're going to begin to open the fingers wide, pressing your thumbs on the back of their palm as you stretch the fingers towards the floor. You can do all the fingers at once. Maybe it feels good just to do one at a time or two at a time. The closer you get to the fingertips, the more intense it will be. The more you press on the back of the hand, the more intense it will be. So you can do double intensity, double step. One more big breath into the hand. Gently release. That's a really big stretch. We can roll it out. A little Play-Doh. Shake it off. Shake it off. We could fan ourselves. Your thumbs are at the base of the palm. Nice solid grip with the hand so that there's no space between your hands and their hands. Their wrist is completely supported as you give a good kind of flick. You can do a little flick, or you can or just fan yourself the whole time. You can brush your own hair. I like that one. That's a nice option there. A lot of options with this one. Just hold me for a second. We'll edit all that out. Working the inside of the palm, we're going to spread the palm from the center out towards the edges and squeeze the edges of the hand. Move up, move down. Then we can come to standing. Do that with the back of the hand. You can use your thumbs to spread from the wrist to the knuckles, or you can use your thenars, what feels more natural, what feels better. Try them both. There's usually enough elastin there that you don't need lotion to do that. A little cobra hand. So we'll squeeze radius and ulna together. Traction the hand up and out and down towards the floor. Light up, and then out and down. Medium. And the deep. Did I hit a deep? Right there. Nice. Find your light, medium, deep for your partner. Turn the palm up towards the sky, interlace pinky to pinky, pinky to thumb, fingers wrap behind the heel of the hand, and then as we got our thumbs free to give a little bit of thumb glide and slide. We can do alternating, you can do simultaneous, adding a little traction to that arm. Find out where it feels good. Does it feel good just going straight down? Maybe out a little bit to the sides. All the way out like a wing. You can bring this all the way up, alongside the head, wherever you want to be. What feels best to your partner? All of it. All of the above. Bringing the arm back down by your partner's side, we're going to do a little bit of sweep hands. Thumb press, depression on the top of the wrist. Sweep across the back of the hand. Really light pressure there. Thumb and pinky, we're going to roll through, circle through, and then squeeze the very tips of those fingers. Thumb press, firm pressure in the depression of the top of the wrist, pretty firm. And then light, kind of sweeping, raking, feathering across the back of the hand, out the next two fingers. Squeeze the tip. And then one more line.
What's this line?
What's this line? It's a special line for a special finger. Web shimmy. Starting closest to the wrist, pick one bone to be on either side of, and then begin to press pretty firm and deep along each side of that one bone, travel towards the webbings, and then bam, squeeze at the webbings. Should feel nice. Does anybody want to see or feel that? Because Heath is very willing to get on up.
I would.
Anybody else?
I would those guys. Okay.
Yeah, that's good. Does that feel good?
Yeah, I can feel nervous now, but I can feel worried. Worried you go harder. I didn't know what she was saying, you go harder, yeah.
Okay.
That's fine. I mean, you're doing good, but I can feel now why you can go harder.
Anybody else? Good. All right, a little thoracic twist. Let's bring that arm up and across our partner's chest. Once you get to the other side, bring the opposite arm down towards their side so it's not wandering in any places that it doesn't need to be. Your thighs are close to the edge of the table, if not touching. Hook into the elbow, reach for that shoulder blade, bring the body towards you. Take a seat. Use your body weight to help lift them so that you're not just using your arms and shoulders. And then either choose to keep one hand on the scap as one hand travels down the erectors.
Yes.
Make your way all the way to the SI joint. Leave those hips mobilized. You can try both hands traveling down the spine, down the erectors. Just tractioning the erectors away from the spine. Soft shoulders, soft jaw. Yeah, you can get real nice and fancy around those rhomboids. He does a little sliding on his when he works. If you like to, you can try a little gliding, sliding. one more breath like this. And when you're ready, we're going to emphasize a stretch. Cup the shoulder blade with one hand and roll the hip back towards the table. So if it's up pretty high, rest it back into the table. And then partner's going to take a breath in. And on the exhale, you're going to take a step back and bring your body with you. Ooh, there we go. Very nice. Good adjustments. We'll bring that, grab hold of that wrist, grab hold of your other wrist, bring both hands up overhead, straighten them back out on the table. Shimmy, 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 shake. Wow. And then return the arms back, Thai style.
Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy. What is that? Shimmy, shimmy, shake or shimmy, 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 shake?
Shimmy, 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 shimmy.
I shimmy shook when I should have shook shimmy.
Darn it, I was so close. Oh, sorry about that. Let's go back to that one arm. Let's not forget the triceps. You can brush over that hand, fingertips come to the shoulder, rest that palm right next to the head, follow where the body goes. Doesn't matter which way those fingers point. One hand on the elbow, one hand on the tricep, and there we go. Stretch and squeeze. Stretch that elbow towards the wall in front of you, and then squeeze that muscle off the bone. Squeeze. Stretch and squeeze. Up and down. To emphasize the stretch, the sensation, you can squeeze and stretch at the same time. We can add a little bit of extra along the side of the body. Bring one hand to the ribs, one hand to the elbow. Partner takes a breath in. And on the exhale, spread the ribs. There's a lot of flexibility and mobility in those ribs. Really use it. And release. One hand above the hip bone, above the ASIs. And release. One more time, just below the hip, top of the thigh, stretch, spread. Nice. And then we'll unwind that arm. How's that side feel compared to the other side? Notice.
Makes a difference, right?
All right. Yeah. Good stuff? And I was like,
Right side's longer than the left.
We're ready.
all right. Take a seat. Yes, for you. Is that what you're saying?
For me,
Yes.
or like as a person.
Okay, yes, definitely. Toes straight up towards the sky. Invert the foot on the upper bicep. Partner takes a breath in. On the exhale, lean back. Bring the arm into your foot, into your pressure. Maybe you can feel a blood pulse.
Yeah.
2 more breaths. And release. Let's bring the arm out like a wing, palm face up. Lower foot on the lower ribs. Press those lower ribs away from you, firm and deep, so your knee is almost straight. Grab hold of that wrist. Nice breath in. On the exhale, traction the arm out and down. Give yourself a little love. This is metta in action right there. Nice.
This one is more for us than for
Yeah,
them.
totally. It's a really nice one. Right. In the middle of the day, you're like, and I will press your ribs.
I do that later.
Support elbow and wrist. Let's play where we want to be. Is it out to the same side corner? Do you want to be next to the head? Does it feel natural to be to the opposite corner? Where does that feel best? Straight back, that's what I guess. We'll drop a knee. Oh no, let's do a shoulder floss. Sorry about that. Shoulder floss. Let's go through the rotator cuff series. Stacking shoulder on elbow over the shoulder. Pressing that elbow into the shoulder. The hand moves across the chest. On the exhale, bring that hand towards their navel until they say stop. Notice your own shoulders, if you can release any unnecessary tension out of your own shoulders as you hold here. One more breath. Send your breath to your shoulder. And release. Bring the arm alongside the head, still 90-degree angle. Stacking elbow over shoulder. Press that elbow into the shoulder joint again. Hold there. Partner breathes in. And on the exhale, bring the hand away from their head until they say stop.
It's weird. You don't try to stretch back, I feel like you keep going wrong.
Yeah.
Is that weird?
Yeah.
Like it's
That's how it worked. Breathing into that shoulder, one more breath. And unwind that arm, bring it down by their side. Scarecrow arm. A 90-degree angle, still lining up the elbow and shoulder. Support underneath the elbow, support the top of the wrist. If your partner node had flexibility, you can align their humerus with your thigh just so that you don't have to bend down as much. So whatever works for you and your partner. Nice breath in. On the exhale, drop the hand towards the floor. Lift the elbow towards the sky. You'll notice you don't have to move as much if you lift the elbow onto your thigh. One more breath, right into that shoulder. And exhale, feel that shoulder soften. Keep the knee there if you like. And just open the arm up. Put your hands up, little saguaro arm. This time just dropping the palm down towards the floor until they say stop. Nice and slow. One more breath. And release. This time we'll drop to a knee. Rest their arm inside your arm, either in the elbow crease or along your bicep, whichever feels best. Open the palms up towards the sky as you flex the fingers towards the ground, one at a time, two at a time, all at the same time. Remembering that as you get closer to the fingertips, that's where your partner will experience more intensity. And if you press your thumbs into the back of the hand at the same time as you stretch the fingers wide, you'll get even more intensity. One more breath. Gently release. And then we'll fingers plant at the base of the palm, support on either side of the wrist, no space between your hands and their hands, and then just have them hold your face.
And give them dreamy eyes.
There we go. Don't tell me to be quiet. I will not shush. Nice. Come to a stand. Little cobra hands, squeezing radius and ulna together. Traction the hand out of the wrist. The carpals drop down towards the floor. Light. Medium. Tell me when I hit your deep, please. Right there. Working the back of the hand with a little Ayurvedic technique. We're going to thumb press in depression of the top of the hand, the back of the hand, right in that, feel that little tendon, and then sweep across the back of the hand out towards pinky and thumb. Roll through those pinky and thumbs and squeeze the tips of those fingers. And then repeat. Thumb press, sweep out the next two fingers. Squeeze. One more time. Whip, shimmy on either side of one carpal bone at a time. Shimmy, shimmy, shimmy from the wrist to the webbing and give a nice big bam, squeeze. Turn that palm open to the sky, interlace pinky to pinky, pinky to thumb, thumb slide and glide. Alternating, simultaneous, down by their side, out like a wing, up towards the head. It feels good. Shoulder. When you're ready, we'll bring the arms back down by their side and just brush open that hand. Brush it open, flex the fingers back towards the shoulder, lift the elbow, place the palm next to the head for tricep stretch and squeeze. You're in a lunging stance facing the head of the table. Stretch and squeeze that tricep. Pressing that elbow towards the wall in front of you, and then squeeze that muscle off the bone, moving away from the elbow and back towards the elbow. Can you create a rocking sensation even here? To intensify, you can stretch and squeeze at the same time. Let's bring this into the side body, into the ribs. Hand on the lower hand on the lower ribs. Partner breathes in. On the exhale, lean in, spread it apart. Hand on the hip bone, just above the hip bone, and spread just below the hip bone. Support both joints as you unwind the arm, and then we're going to bring this across the lower, bring the arm across the lower chest. The other opposite arm is straight down by their side. Your thighs line up to the table as you reach for that shoulder. Bring their body towards you. And here we go. One hand. Holds the scapula as you travel down with the opposite hand or along the erectors, making your way all the way to the SI joint. Maybe both hands travel down the back. Maybe a little extra loving kindness to those rhomboids, traps. Anywhere else you feel some resistance. One more breath here. Roll the hip back down towards the table. So you can place your palm on the ASI as partner takes a breath in. On the exhale, take a step back, bring the shoulder with you, emphasize that spinal twist. Nice. Sorry. Both sides, all right. Bringing both arms up overhead, straighten them out, a little shimmy, shimmy, shake. You choose Thai style, Western style.
I love it.
Right, both
Very
feet.
toss away.
Double feet, double legs, circles. Big or small, you choose. Nice. And then we're going right into plow pose, or, sorry, we want to go into staff. Making your way onto the table. Resting the feet on your belly or thighs. Work the feet. Press on the feet.
See where I can fit you.
There you go.
I'm fine.
A little pound out. One more breath. Staying here, or if you like, making your way back down so that we can take our partner into full plow. I like to use my hand to guide the toes if you like, to add extra stability or not. Heath doesn't need both hands, so you choose. Nice breath in. On the exhale, find a light stretch into plow. As they inhale, gently release, slightly release, I should say, and then take them a little deeper on your next one. Use lunges to help create the technique in your body. And then deep, making your way to the head of the table.
Good.
Very nice, everybody. Very, very nice. Once your partner's feet are at the head of the table, they can interlace their hands and squeeze their shoulders together, their shoulder blades together if they like. They can also flex their toes to their nose, flex their feet, so that will create more intensity. If your partner's hands are clasped, they can hold that clasp. The way when they're done with the pose, they'll release their hands. Meanwhile, you can position your hands on the heels of their feet, your heel of your palm matching the heel of their foot. So that when you're ready to come on out of it, we're going to be able to push strongly into the legs, into the feet, as you slowly unravel the spine, one vertebrae at a time, back towards the table. Press, press, press for as long as you can, that's as far as I can, and then slowly bring those legs back down.
Yeah.
Just, It's a big stretch. We're going to have a moment to kind of feel that, assimilate, adjust that.
So good. That's good.
Yeah, breathe into that new space in your spine. Does anybody want to do that again, or does that feel good? Feels good? All right, moving to the belly. Making your way to the belly.
Belly.
Belly,
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 belly.
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 Little belly song. We can do little sun and moons. One hand is the sun, making complete circles around the navel. One is a half moon, half circles around the belly button. Introducing our touch. Here at the belly. One more breath like this. And we'll create diamond hands so that the thumb meet and the forefingers meet, and the belly button is right in the center of your diamond. And we'll begin nice and slow, waves on the belly, slow and deep, making as much contact with the body as possible. And as
So you push with
comfortable.
the thumbs or push with the fingers?
Push away with the thumbs and pull with the fingers. Nice, slow and deep, and just kind of get that motion going for yourself. Soft knees, soft shoulders, soft jaw. And begin to lighten up your pressure and maybe begin to move a little more quickly until those feet flop like fish. Sorry. One more breath. And slow it down. And come to a stopping point. Notice that. 6 or 4 points around the belly button. Find the navel. Move an inch lateral to the navel with your thumbs and an inch below the navel with your thumbs. If this doesn't feel good on your back or your spine, you can face the body and bridge with your thumbs and finger pads. You choose. I like this way better. Nice breath in. On the exhale, sink in and deep, straight, deep down towards the spine, towards the floor. Points 1. Points 2 are an inch lateral to the navel on either side of the belly button. Follow the breath in. Follow the breath out. Moving an inch above and lateral to the navel is point 3. An inch above and below the navel, points 4. Thumb goes up, thumb goes above and below. Sorry, I missed that. And then rewind, revisit back. Revisit points 3, 2, and 1. Following your partner's exhales. Pretty firm and deep. In Thailand, they go right to your psoas here. And then stacking palm over palm. Incrementally increasing your pressure to a comfortably deep press and hold.
Are you putting on the
Where's
umbilical?
that?
Right over the umbilicus, yeah. palm, the belly button's in the center of your palm.
Can you? Yeah. That's all that happening.
So you want to feel that blood pulse, you'll feel that aortic pulse, and it's okay. We're going to hold, see if you can count 36 pulses. That's a lot of pulses. Feel the low back release, shoulders. Backs of the knees, eyes with elbows, and when you count your point, your pulses, fairly quick release.